Hey everyone, this is Andrew, and in this video I'm going to show you how I mix this screaming part at the end of this new song that I'm working on. So in this video I'm just going to focus on everything that I currently did in this video. I'm not going to do it from scratch, which I will do in a future video, which will be linked at the end of this video. So first let's just listen to this raw track here. Alright.
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one exactly the same.
It doesn't sound very good. It's very inconsistent in the volume, and the vocals don't sound in your face at all. So if I do it with the music, obviously they're quiet, but if I were to boost them,
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one exactly the same.
it's very inconsistent. Typically you want these screams to be in your face as much as possible. So the first thing I do in this mix is that I put a vocal rider on it, and this just rides the volume. It has a basically an automated fader that just pushes it in the lower volume and decreases it in the higher volume parts to give more consistency. So that's the first thing I do. Next thing I do is I have this Waves G channel simulator, and I just pulled one of their stock plugins that just EQs and adds a little bit of compression, but I did tweak it a little bit compared to what the plugin is, but this is just something you do by ear. So a little bit of EQing and some compression. So if we listen to that at this stage,
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one exactly the same. Don't you never rush on me exactly the same. It's not image you.
so we're only getting 3 to 6 dB of compression there. But we actually want to do even more than that, because we want this to be essentially 100% uniform. Not exactly, but with screams you want it to be very uniform.
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one exactly the same.
Now it's very consistent. There's about 10 dB of gain reduction on the peaks. So it's a very flat response. And if I probe the output down here as it's playing, you'll see that it's very consistent.
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one.
Kind of consistently between -6 and -8 dB. So now I actually go into even more compression. This is probably overkill, but I was playing around when I did this, and I thought it came up pretty good. So here I'm just using another compressor, a little more EQ, a tube saturator, and then this kind of dynamics processor. Very much overkill, but listen to what this does.
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one exactly the same. Don't you never rush on me.
So I'm completely squashing all dynamics out of this and saturating a little bit, so it's getting a little more distorted. And after this, I actually put a filter on it, because in the scream I'm actually kind of hitting a note, and I wanted to have this kind of mid-range sound. So if I play that with that,
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one exactly the same.
brings out that it brings out the note in a little bit more than not having the filter. Now I have an EQ here that I'm just boosting the highs a little bit and cutting, basically just doing a low pass filter to cut out any lows. There probably weren't many lows there anyways, but go to the limiter, which I think I was just doing to decrease the volume a little bit and also flatten it even more.
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look.
It's a cool plugin called Decapitator that is essentially just distortion, but it's more like analog simulated distortion.
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one exactly the same. Don't you never run.
And I put some reverb on it to kind of like thicken up the space in between the sounds. Listen to that.
I will feel what you want me to feel. I'll never look at another one exactly the same. Don't you never rush on me exactly the same. It's that image you have of me inside of your brain. I will touch what you want me to touch. I'll be your love, I'll be your drug inside of your brain. I'll be your tongue, I'll be your God, I'll be your inner desire if you give me that. I will feel what you want me to feel.
So overall, it's a very, very flat, dynamically sound, just kind of pumping out a consistent volume for every word. Every scream is very saturated, and when you play it back just by itself, it sounds like it's distorted. When you play it back in the mix, it just sounds like the scream is, I guess, grittier. It doesn't sound like a fake distortion. It sounds like it's in the actual scream. And then the note is kind of brought out by what I do with the filter a little bit. So overall, I thought it was a pretty cool sound, which is why I wanted to share it. The next video, we're going to get this copy of it, and we're just going to mix it, I guess, in a less intense overkill way. Because there's a million ways you can mix screams, but there's a million ways you can mix this part in general. So next video is going to explore doing that from scratch, and I'm going to do it a different approach because I did this about a month ago, and this I'm going to do, just how I would do it now. So see you in the next video. Bye.